Hey guys, it's Mike, that helpful dad, with what I hope is another helpful video for you. How to get rid of cable TV and move to streaming TV online so you can save some money. Let me show you the topics we're going to talk about today so you can decide if this video is worth watching for you. So we're going to talk about ATT TV Now. We're going to talk about FuboTV. We're going to review Hulu with live TV. We're going to review Philo. We're going to review Sling TV. We're going to review a new entry, Vidgo. We're going to talk about YouTube TV. So those will be your main streaming options. We're also going to touch on LoCast TV as an option for local channels. We're going to talk about Amazon Prime Video, Netflix a little bit, and there's Ozark just releasing today as I record this video. Pluto TV, the Roku channel. So those are the things that we're going to talk about. If you're interested in this topic and you want to know kind of what my advice is, kind of a thumbs up or thumbs down, so to speak, for each of those, you'll be able to get that from this video. So as far as who I am, well, my name is Mike, that helpful dad, and I've got a website called That Helpful Dad. Basically, if I'm trying to learn something on my own and I think it's helpful, I put it on my website and maybe it helps you too. So thathelpfuldad.com. One of the things that's been real popular on my website is, some of the experience I have in terms of cutting the cord. Also like making spreadsheets, comparing things. So I've got all the ones that we're going to talk about today. I kind of have them listed on a spreadsheet. You can access this spreadsheet. You can either get it on my homepage when you sign up for my free email list. You can download the spreadsheet as well too, or I'll just put a direct link in the description of this video if you don't want to get my emails. That's fine too. Everything is free. It's totally up to you, but I've got little comparisons that kind of help you decide, hopefully quickly, which one of these streaming options is going to be best for you. The last time I made a video on this topic was about 6 months ago or so, and you can see that here, but a lot has changed since then, so we want to make sure we're making a new video to talk about what's available now. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first option is going to be, and we're just kind of going in alphabetical order really, AT&T TV Now. Used to be called DirecTV Now. It's supposed to be switching in the near future to HBO Max or HBO Now. Since AT&T bought DirecTV, they've been going through a lot of changes, including a lot of price changes. This option would be best for those people who want an experience similar to cable TV. And I'm going to show you their different packages in a second here. There's a lot of different packages to choose from, but it's not going to be an option really for you to save a lot of money, okay? So the two basic plans they have is called the Plus and the Max. And you can see $65 a month to $80 a month. Now you do get HBO included or HBO and Cinemax included. Anytime you're trying to decide on whether you want to really get rid of cable TV and move to online streaming, it really depends on, what channels are available. And so as we go through each of these here, I'm going to kind of show you how can you find out what channels are available. And also very important is, does the service provide local channels if that's important to you, to be able to watch live local news and sports. If you don't want to have to deal with an antenna, if you just kind of want it all in one location, you can do that here, okay? So AT&T TV Now is actually very good from a local standpoint and from giving you lots of options. And so, but it just costs a little bit more money. So in terms of the Plus package, you get 45 channels. You can kind of see them here, right? And then if you want to add on more channels, you can also add an additional additional, premiums as well too. Okay, so I encourage you to go to this area at the bottom here so you can see which local channels and regional sports networks are available in your area. Unfortunately, when we try to click on it today and enter a zip code, the service, as you can see, is not working. This has been one of the problems with AT&T Now, whether it's the DVR or whether it's certain things like this. There's a lot of glitches unfortunately, with this service. And it's one of the reasons I actually left it when the price was changing with DirecTV Now and AT&T bought it, and a lot of the glitches with the DVR. I left this service. It used to be a service I had. In any case, hopefully by the time you check, that little bar will actually be working again. If you want to compare a channel list of both of these two right here, you can do this. See all channels between Plus and Max, and you can kind of go down that way and you can look. Again, you could go to my website and you could also get the channel list here with all of them together, and you can kind of see how to do it. But you are going to want to know what local channels are available, and really the only way to do that is if this thing here works. Now, besides the two main packages, there are other packages. They have these are pretty high price packages, as you can see, but again, if you're choosing this service, it's because price is not really an issue for you, and you want the flexibility that AT&T TV Now offers. Okay, so they have other options: entertainment, choice, extra, ultimate, $135, and basically you get their whole kit and caboodle right there. They also have very good international coverage with AT&T TV Now. This is just one of the options, but I have a whole nother video that's all about the international options, and really AT&T TV Now and Sling TV are your best bets for international options. The purpose of this video, in order to keep it somewhat short, we're not going to go super in-depth for each of these services right here. The key for AT&T TV Now is that you want to find out if it has the channels that you want. You want to look at the extras and see, is it important for you to have these little extras right here? And then also, how many TVs do you need at one time? They give you 3 streams unless you're willing to pay more. How does the DVR work? Again, I've got other videos about that. Those are kind of extra considerations that you would go into if you're really strongly considering AT&T TV Now. My number one takeaway for this service is, if you don't mind paying more and you want the extra flexibility, AT&T TV Now could be the service for you. Not my service, but could be for you. Okay? Make an ask of you. If the video is helpful for you, I'd ask that you please like the video, maybe share it with a friend. Of course, if you're liking what I'm saying to you over time, subscribe to my YouTube channel. So next is FuboTV. Now, FuboTV used to just be for kind of sports, and really in the last year or so, they really have upped their total streaming game. It is a viable option for a streaming service right now. There are multiple different plans besides the main one. There's the family plan here. There's the ultra plan as well too, and so you can see what's kind of included with that. And of course, they also have a Spanish option as well too. FuboTV is also on my list right here. Some other things to note: 2 streams. Unless you pay more, you can get 3 streams. The DVR is 30 hours. You can get 500 hours if you want to pay a little bit more. Locals are going to vary. Also, when you're going to check for FuboTV, it's probably going to give you a cookie to pop up so that you can enter your zip code location, and this is what's available in my area. So from a local perspective, remember, we weren't able to do this with AT&T TV Now because that wasn't working, but here I can see I could get my locals: CBS, Fox, NBC, and ABC I don't see listed right here, so that's interesting. So ABC might not be an option in my area, but it could be in yours. But a lot of other options right here. This is one of the few services that does give you the Bean Sports Network, if that's of interest to you. I know that's sometimes hard to find. And you can see some other things that are available as well too, including, I believe, Nick Jr., which is another, Nick Jr., which is another one that's also hard to find. Again, find out what channels are important to you and see if the service offers it to you. And again, if you want to see all the plans that are available, they actually do have a number of different plans, and you can kind of just sort that here for you, and you can see the price per month and what's included in there. So that's FuboTV. I think Fubo is really an up-and-coming service, and if it has the channels that you want, it seems to be a pretty reasonable price to me. I've heard good things about Fubo from those who have it. Let's move on to Hulu. Hulu with live TV. So remember, AT&T TV Now gave you like 5 different plans to choose from, right? All the different plans and packages that were available. Fubo had a number of different packages available too. Hulu with live TV basically just gives you one package, okay? And so it simplifies it. If that's what's of interest to you, then it could be a great service. Hulu is one of the most popular services in America today, and you can come here and you can enter your zip code. So I would be able, in my area, to get ABC. Remember, I wasn't able to get ABC on Fubo, so I get ABC with Hulu, CBS, Fox, and NBC as well too, as well as the regional sports networks for myself, and then we can see all the channels that would be available in my area, along with some add-ons if I wanted to add on any of the premiums or some entertainment type options as well too. Minimal Spanish options here with Hulu, not nearly as much as you might find with AT&T Now or Sling, which we haven't got to yet. But Hulu, let's check the current price of Hulu's because it has changed recently. So $55 a month. And now this is not regular Hulu. This is Hulu with live TV. Regular Hulu is a whole different service. It's not the live TV options here. It's more of like, either Hulu originals or prior shows that have previously been recorded. But for our purposes, from a streaming standpoint, you want to talk about Hulu with live TV. So make sure that if you look up here, see where my cursor is, it's hulu.com/live TV. Okay, so in terms of other things related to Hulu, let me just go over to my spreadsheet real quick and look at Hulu. One package, good local channel availability, DVR is 50 hours, no limit. You can pay a little extra and get 200 hours. Only 2 streams at once. Pretty good on the premium channels. And again, typical 7-day trial. Very limited though on the international channels. But lots of people love Hulu. I know a lot of friends that have Hulu. I had Hulu with live TV. I didn't like the TV guide that they had. I thought it was a little bit hard to find things. But otherwise, and I also didn't like that you only had one option. There really wasn't a lot of customization options. But if you want a simple way to go to streaming TV online, Hulu TV could be a very popular choice. I know a lot of older people, and I'm almost 50. I consider myself somewhat old, but people even older than me that like the simplified option of Hulu with live TV, and that might be an option for you as well too if you're in that category. All right. I also want to point out that I'm just an average Joe. I don't know everything. So you probably have some tips that you could share with me. Why not add a comment to the comments section and let us all learn together? And that includes criticism. If you don't like the video, let me know and I'll try to do better the next time as well too. But if you have a tip to share, add it in the comment section so we can all learn together. Now let's go. So we're going to move on to Philo. Philo is a fantastic little option. A lot of people don't know about it. 60 or almost 60 channels, 59 channels for $20 a month. So what Philo's not going to give you is it's not going to give you your local channels. I think that's on my spreadsheet here. Let's see. Yeah, Philo, see all the locals here, they're all blacked out. So you're really not going to get, because locals cost money for the streaming services to have, and that's what you'll see when we get to Sling in a moment here. Philo just doesn't even go that route, but they do give you a real nice little selection of channels right here, and this includes Nick Jr. as well too. This is not going to be for your sports, but for your regular kind of kids channels and lifestyle channels like HGTV, history, and some of the news channels. Philo could be a great option. Here is a tip for you. A lot of people that interact with me on YouTube and on my webpage, they talk about the great combination of YouTube TV, which we haven't got to yet. YouTube TV plus Philo plus Pluto TV is a combination a lot of people do that really can kind of check almost every box that you want, outside of including Netflix, which is a different animal we'll talk about in a moment. But if these channels are of interest to you, or if you have an antenna to be able to pick up your local channels, Philo could be a great little option for you, and it's only $20 a month. So that's one of your low-cost options. Okay, now let's get to Sling. So Sling used to be one of the most popular, really it was one of the pioneers of cord cutting and streaming TV online, and it used to be #1. I don't know if it still is anymore because YouTube TV and Hulu have really come on like gangbusters. Okay, right now we're in the middle of the coronavirus crisis, and I hope that by the time you're watching this video, this is not even a thing anymore. But right now, Sling is doing a free 14-day trial. If you're in the middle of it and experiencing this, you can watch the service completely for free. So that's a pretty nice little feature right there. Otherwise, though, assuming that we've kind of moved beyond that, let's talk about Sling in terms of what's available here for you. Now, they used to have 2 different packages, and things are kind of up in the air because of the whole coronavirus thing. But the way that they were working it in the past, as you'll see over here on my spreadsheet, let's see. They had something called Sling Orange, which gave you 30 channels for $25 a month, and Sling Blue, which was 40 channels for $25 a month. Or you could combo those because they had different channels in each list, and you can get them both for $40 a month. So in terms of what channels are available for Sling, you can kind of see the services. You can see the channels that they offer, and there's quite a lot here from a basic online channel standpoint. A lot of kids networks, including Nick Jr., lifestyle networks that we can see here, some movie options as well too, very good for news, and then you can add various premiums as well too if these are of interest to you. Of course, everything has a price. And then from a sports standpoint, Sling also does have the NFL Network and the NFL Red Zone. That's another one that's kind of hard to find. Hopefully we will have NFL again sometime soon here. Also MLB options and NBA TV is all there. It's all based on, Sling is like, this is what's good about Sling. It's like an a la carte service, right? You pick the basic package that you want. So again, I can kind of show you this with my spreadsheets. Let's say you chose the Sling Orange, and you would get all the channels here that you see listed. And then if you wanted to add some extras, so you see, like if you wanted Disney Junior, you could add the kids extra package. Or if you wanted to have extra sports channels, you could add the sports extra package. So you could kind of add and customize with little add-ons in terms of what you want. And they have lots of different add-ons, and I think I may have them listed here. Yeah, so the comedy extra is $5 and it gives you all this. The kids extra, if you wanted Boomerang for $5, you'd get Boomerang, Nick Jr., etc. Hollywood extra, and yada yada yada. Sling is fantastic for international options. You can see, look at the different options from an extra standpoint for Spanish, and then tons of options here as well too from an international perspective. I've got another video all about the international options for Sling. Suffice it to say, though, that if you're interested in Sling and this little deal is still going on with the coronavirus situation, it's a great way to be able to try it right now. Otherwise, again, it's very good from a customization standpoint. So what's the problem with Sling? It seems like it's a low cost. Everything is great. The problem with Sling is they keep the cost low because they don't really offer a lot of local programming. Sometimes you may be able to get, let me just see here, I think it's Fox and ABC are the main ones. Yeah, Fox and NBC are kind of location specific, not very good coverage for ABC and CBS. So what Sling recommends, and they know this, and that's how they keep the cost low, what they recommend is that you have an antenna. In fact, they actually have multiple deals where they will send you this combination of this Air TV 2 device and an HD antenna. And there used to be some options where they would actually even install it for you. And the Air 2 TV device actually helps you get the local channels kind of already integrated into your streaming app. So I have a lot of people on YouTube and my website that talk about this combination being very effective for them. If you don't mind having an antenna, having to kind of deal with that, if you're in an area that gets good reception, that may work for you. In Florida, where we're at, where we have bad weather that causes trouble with antennas, it just never really worked for me. So I don't want to mess with antennas. I want the streaming service that kind of has my locals already included in there. And so Sling, unfortunately, is not an option for me, but I know a lot of people that have Sling and love Sling, and they specifically love it because the locals they access through an antenna, right? If that's an option for you, check this area out right here, and you can see, you can take advantage of how many you might need depending on the number of TVs that you have. So Sling, customization, those are the two words that go together right there. Okay, next is a new service called Vidgo. You may not even heard about this one because it's relatively new, but it actually is a viable option here for you. So they have a couple main packages right here, the core package and the plus package. With the core package, right, this is the channels that you're going to be able to get. You can kind of see them right here, right? And then with the plus package, you can see what you get right here. Look, there's Nick Jr. again, there's NFL Network and NFL Red Zone, so those are some great options as well too. Okay, so as far as Vidgo goes, you're really not going to probably get very good local coverage. There may be some Fox, possibly some NBC, depending on your area. It's hard to find that information out. There's a kind of a blog that they have, but there's every local service I've chose didn't come up with anything available in that area. So they've kind of said it's kind of coming soon. It is a new developing service, so it's just something you're going to kind of have to check back with in the future. A couple Latin options as well too, and you can kind of see what's available right there. The way I view kind of Vidgo, what's the bottom line on Vidgo, is it's kind of a developing service. If you like being on the forefront of trying new things, maybe you might want to try Vidgo. For the prices right there, I think you can do better with a Sling or a Philo or one of the other options, Hulu or YouTube, right? Okay, speaking of YouTube TV, let's move on to YouTube TV. This is the service that I have now. Now, I used to have something called PlayStation Vue, which I personally still think is the best streaming option that was ever created, and unfortunately when Sony bought PlayStation, they killed PlayStation Vue last year. They actually killed it, maybe it was just in January here this year, but anyway, it's not available anymore. So I've since moved to YouTube TV. Now, again, going back to my spreadsheet right here, in terms of a summary, I chose YouTube TV because it's a relatively decent price. It only has one channel package option, which I'll show you in a moment, but great local channel availability, unlimited DVR, world-renowned for its DVR service, 3 streams, and there are some other limitations with it that just weren't as good as PlayStation Vue, but for my purposes, basically I want to have the best local channel coverage. I like watching local news and sports and weather, and so that was important for me to have all of the locals. And I am a big Google, YouTube type person, so I want to be able to have a service that I'm used to. And so YouTube TV seemed to be it for me. So the way you check to see what channels are available in your area is you come here, you enter your zip code, and then you can see, hopefully fairly easily, let's see if it works better than AT&T Now. And so I can see I do get ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC as well. My regional sports networks I get, so if and when the Rays ever play again, I'll be able to watch that. Also MLB channel, I get the ESPNs. Doesn't have NFL Network or NFL Red Zone, so that's a limiting factor. So, but what's great about all these services is there's no contract. So you just cancel this service during NFL season and switch over to Fubo or Sling or whatever it is that you want at that time, and you can kind of go back and forth. You're never locked into a contract with any of these services here. Great news coverage, lifestyle, it's really all there. They have premiums that you can add on as well too. YouTube TV, the reason why I choose it, again, although I don't like the fact that there's only one package and I really can't customize it, is it's a good, reasonable price. It gives you good streaming quality. It's very easy to use. Everybody in my family uses it, from my 5-year-old to the 75-year-old mother-in-law as well too. We all use it. And it's just very easy to do. So if you want an easy service that gives you that unlimited DVR, YouTube TV can be a great option for you. But again, I encourage you to compare it, see what's best for you. Again, go to my website or look in the description of the video and download this or access this cord cutting list right here. And again, I have YouTube laid out with all the channels that are available as well too, and you can kind of see that there for you. Okay, so that's YouTube TV. I definitely give YouTube TV a thumbs up. All right. Next, let's talk about some additional things, right? So we've mentioned multiple times that when you're choosing one of these packages, you want to make sure the local channels are available. And so if it's not available in your area, then you either need to get an antenna, right? So you need to go to Amazon, and we need to get an HD antenna, and you need to kind of figure out what's best for you. I've tried lots of antennas in my area in Florida, just didn't work for me, right? Just whether it's the weather or what have you. You may find that you're in an area that you can find something called LoCast. If you're in one of these areas right here, you are in great luck, because I have so many people on YouTube talk about how much they love LoCast for their local channels. It's a free, not-for-profit service that gives you broadcast television over the internet. So what a wonderful option. Unfortunately, in Florida, big goose egg right here right now, but maybe if you're in one of these areas, then this could be a way for you to say get Sling for a low cost, or Philo for a low cost, $20-25 for one of those two, and then get LoCast for your locals. That's a great combination. All right, now let's move on to Amazon, Netflix, things like that. So if you're a Prime member of Amazon, like you're paying that monthly or that yearly or monthly Prime fee for, you get the free delivery. You may not know this, but you also have Prime Video. So on Prime Video, you have access to a lot of free movies and TV content, and that includes Amazon Original Series. So Prime Amazon Original Series, things like Jack Ryan, which is very popular, a new show with Robert De Niro called Hunters, some other shows that we like. I know The Expanse is very popular. Some people are talking about The Boys as well too. Man in the High Castle, that's a complete series. That's there now as well too. What's another one that we liked? Sneaky Pete. I don't see it here, but had Giovanni Ribisi was on there. Oh, Bosch. There's Bosch and Sneaky Pete. Both of those are great services. These are free Amazon series that you can watch. So similar to like Netflix has series, these are on Amazon. You can also, so let's say you had Sling, and for whatever reason they didn't have HBO or PBS Masterpiece to add. You can add a Prime Video channel through your Amazon account, and then that app if you download it, will appear on your Amazon Fire TV interface or Roku or whatever you use. And so let's say you wanted to add HBO. It's like $15 a month. You add it for a month or so, watch your Game of Thrones or whatever it is you want to watch, and then you can cancel it right there, right through your Amazon account. We watched a series called Poldark on PBS Masterpiece. It was fantastic. Watched it for a month, canceled the service. It was like, I think, $5 for that or something. So they have a lot of these Amazon channels you can add. So if you are cord cutting, you can kind of pick and choose what you want and just add what you need through Amazon Prime Video. They also have movies and a lot of other stuff as well too. So that's Amazon. To be honest with you, Netflix is Blocks channel. Gosh, my kids would love that. I better not show them that because they'll watch it all day long. Kids channels, Latino channels, and then internet music as well too. So you can see that here. So Pluto TV is completely free. Find the app and whatever you watch your streaming TV on, whether that's Fire Stick or whether that's Roku or Apple TV, download this and use it. It's just a great way to have additional free content. It's kind of a must-have. Okay? Finally, if you have Roku TV, then Roku TV has something called the Roku channel. It's kind of like Amazon Prime Video. It's their little version of that. They've got each month, I don't know how often it changes, but they've got free movies, they've got binge-worthy TV, and then there are, just like Amazon had those channels that you could add through Amazon, you can also add channels through Roku as well too, premium channels like HBO or what have you. So this is just another option for you to be able to get rid of cable TV and customize what you want depending on the interface that you have. And then you can get rid of cable TV and get everything that you want. Okay, so let's start wrapping up this video right here. So if this was helpful for you, great, right? If you want more information, go to my website, thathelpfuldad.com. You can get a lot of these free guides of collections of information that I've captured. So the essential guide to how to watch TV and get rid of cable. It's kind of a step-by-step guide to what you need to do. Like, what are the things that you need to check? What do you buy? Do you buy an Amazon Fire Stick or do you buy a Roku? That guide is there for free. You can download it when you sign up for my email service. Again, it's totally free. If you don't want the emails, just cancel. It's just a way for me to keep track of who's going to the website and whether what things are popular on my website. If you like this spreadsheet right here, right, you can either look in the video description to get the link, or you can go to my website. When you sign up for the email list, there's a whole list of free gifts that you can get. One of those is that spreadsheet that you can download. Okay? And then, of course, if the video is helpful for you, I would ask that you please give it a thumbs up and like it. In fact, if you can mash the like button, even better. And if it makes you feel like dancing, hey, go for that as well, too. So, as I mentioned to you, again, my name is Mike. I'm the Helpful Dad. If this step-by-step guide to cutting the cord is helpful for you and you want it, you can get it free on my website. I also would like to know what your comments are. I'm just an average Joe who's just sharing information about what I learned from my family. I helped a lot of people to be able to get rid of cable TV throughout my neighborhood and throughout YouTube right here. I'd like to be able to help you too, but there's probably advice that you have that you can share with me, and I would love to know that. So please add that in the comments below, and that way we can all learn together. Thanks for watching and have a great day.